All right, welcome back to Cross Country. Millennials have been a rising power in the American electorate for over a decade. They were the driving force that helped Barack Obama get elected in 2008, and they have been a strong presence helping Democrats to cross the finish line in races all across the U.S. since then. However, in recent years, there's been a shift in the generation and in their political preferences. Data from the Pew Research Center shows that current millennial voters are changing their support from Democrats to Republicans and getting closer to levels seen by baby boomers and Gen X. I'm now joined by 4 millennial voters who have made those changes themselves. Thanks so much for being here. I think I was just like you guys. I'm a millennial. My first political campaign when I was 15 was Barack Obama. And as y'all can see, we're probably not friends anymore. Tina, I want to go to you first. What are some of the most important factors for you in a candidate?
Sure. For me, I like integrity. I like somebody who's going to speak out on the issues and be able to disagree without calling people that disagree any insert phobe here or some kind of hateful remark. We're all just trying to do the best for our country, and that's what I'm looking for in this candidate.
Facts. I get so tired of Democrats. As soon as you disagree, oh, you're phobe this, you're phobe that. There's actually a clip of Hillary talking about Uncle Trump and xenophobe and homophobe and xenophobe and dataphobe and everything. Like, bro, she just listed off 7 different phobes, and it's just you don't even know what you're saying. You're just saying something. You're just saying something with phobe. You don't even know what you're saying at this point. You're just saying stuff. Just stuff. I mean, it's just it's sad because you devalue the meaning of these words, right? Because there are people who are truly hateful. 99.9% of the time, it's not the people that the Democrats accuse of being hateful that they throw all these phobe this and phobe that at. But you devalue the word to the point where people are just whatever, right? I'm sure a lot of you are just like that. I'm like that now. When people just say phobe this, phobe that, I'm whatever. Which is sad because we shouldn't be at that point. When somebody says that, we should take it seriously, right? But they've thrown it out so many times. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Oh, whatever. You've said that a million times. Boo-hoo. And it's not true. So it's just whatever. So they're actually doing people a huge disservice. But hey, who am I? Who am I?
What about you, Jelani?
I need somebody that's going to actually look at these issues and not try to make it about just one party issue. It's all bipartisan for the most part for the issues I'm looking out here in Washington State, and it looks like the rest of the world.
Lydia, why did you leave the Democratic Party?
Yeah, isn't that the $1 million question? I left the Democrat Party when I was 24 years old. I voted for Obama twice. It really began with conversations at work with coworkers, and then it led to me just seeing the bias in TV shows like The View and late night TV.
Look at that. Look at that. Started off with just small conversations at work. I'm telling you guys, there's a lot more people that agree with us than what the media would like us to know. Just spark a conversation. It could just be around the edges, right? Actually, I would encourage you, if you're gonna have a conversation, keep it around the edges. Keep it kind of vague at first, just to kind of see how they're feeling. Dibble and dabble. Don't get yourself fired, right? But have the conversation. You just heard it right there. Got another person on the right side of things off of a conversation with some coworkers. So don't be afraid to have the conversation. Have it. They probably agree with you.
And then I just at some point realized I no longer support these values. The Democrat Party is standing for something that I no longer or had always had in my culture, the way I was raised. I just didn't support that anymore. And the Republican Party supported those values more closely.
What about you, Sydney? Why did you leave the Democratic Party?
Yeah, so when I was in college, that was the first time that I voted, was when Donald Trump won the election. And on Smith, it's a women's college, So the whole campus was in mourning because Hillary Clinton didn't win the election. So it was a stark difference between then and 2020 when I had a lot of time on my hands, just like everybody else. And I really started to look into the Democrats, and I realized that none of my values aligned with them. And a lot of my values actually resembled that of the Republicans. But I'm at a point now where I'm not necessarily for like blindly going with any party. It's just that I definitely know that I lean right.
Yeah. What values are
That's smart.
important to you?
Yeah, I would say family is really important. Another thing is health. I think our country has a obesity epidemic that is not being addressed. We have a food supply that is just really messed up. It's poisoning us. And then the things that are promoted of, oh, go get fast food. Oh, get Ozempic. Oh, get all of these quick fixes.
Wasn't there a change to the food pyramid, or somebody came out with some food pyramid that had all the stuff backwards, and it was wasn't there something that came out like that? Y'all let me know in the comments. Like, I believe there was, and like I thought it was an absolute joke, and it turned out not to be. Like, they were serious, and it was like, oh man, what was it? Frap. But they said something that was like super unhealthy was like actually better than something that actually was good for you. Like Pop-Tarts was healthier than like a steak or something. It was just like, what the actual F is going on here? It was something crazy like that, but yeah.
That are not getting to the root of the issue. And not only.
But also, I forgot this part. That's why I feel like Donald Trump as president and RFK Jr. as vice would be fantastic. I don't know if you guys have seen RFK Jr. with his shirt off. I mean, the guy's in phenomenal shape. Phenomenal. When it comes to dieting and food, like, I'm sure he knows what he's talking about, what he's speaking about. And some of the things that I've heard from him, I think he would do a great job in, you know, kind of fixing some of that stuff that's going on, like with the food pyramid allegedly that happened. I forgot who came out with that, but yeah.
That, I would really like to see us address this AI thing that's going on. So someone who has knowledge of the current technological landscape is extremely important.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. Tina, is there anything that the Democrats can do to win you back?
No.
Man, I swore I would never go back, honestly, after being one of those pink-haired septum ring feminists. That was me at one point, if you could believe it. If I could have somebody that would really turn this economy around, as a new mom, this is really hard. Groceries are getting more and more every week. It is just rough stuff out there. I would love somebody that would really honor, just this economy, fix this economy, honor bringing our troops back home, and honor medical freedom, giving the people back their rights over their bodies. Somebody that would also be sticking up for the rights of the unborn as well.
Jelani, is there anything that the Democrats can do to win you back?
No, because as of right now in Washington State, I'm scared as a father. I mean, they're passing laws like the 5599 bill, and it's like that's taking away our children and not even informing us until they feel ready. And as a father, as somebody that's really passionate about my kids, like just for me to not understand my kids and then the government's able to take them away from me without any knowledge of what's going on with them makes me scared for anybody.
Yeah. Lydia, do you think the two parties are doing a great job in attracting minority voters?
Oh, wow. Yes and no. I mean, the Democrat Party is certainly doing very good on the ground floor when people are coming in through the border and through these organizations that are bringing them in. But I don't know, the Republican Party is definitely speaking to voters, and now they're going into their language, into their communities, and definitely speaking like we support your values. We have those family values. And so it's kind of like they both kind of have different parts of the party, but you know, I feel like the Republicans are winning them over in the end.
Yeah. Sydney, what about you? Do you feel like they're doing a good job in attracting?
I think Republicans need to turn it up, personally. right? I think Republicans are gaining, minority support just based off of what's going on. They're gaining it by default, in my humble opinion. They're gaining it by default because of how terrible the Democrats are doing. I think Republicans need to really turn it up and go in minority communities and talk to folks and really express that the values are actually the same. When you go into, for example, and I can speak to this because I'm black, right? And I lived in the hood. When you go into the hood and you talk to folks, you quickly realize that everything the Democrats are actually pushing goes against what people in the hood feel and say. Go into the hood and ask them about, I'm not even going to say that because this video might get taken down, or I'm trying to think of something that is somewhat PG. Let's just put it this way. If you express a certain something in the hood, you're liable to get beat up. I'm not saying that it's right, but that's the way that it is. I've watched it personally, and there's videos online of it. But yet those same people vote for Democrats who push those same policies. So it's just like Republicans need to do a better job of expressing, hey, we share your values. We share the same values. And I think if Republicans do that, it's completely over for Democrats. Completely over. Once minority communities realize, oh, we actually share the same values as Republicans. They've been lying to us this whole time, saying that Republicans are these horrible, terrible, no good, very bad people. But Republicans just came to us and were speaking to us and showed us, hey, these are the policies that they're for. These are the policies that they're pushing. And these are the policies that the Democrats are pushing. And Democrats is just crazy. These Republicans, hey, they got it going on. What a great conversation. What a great conversation. And it shows that, the country is moving in the right direction. Yes, on its outside, it definitely looks and feels like we're moving in the wrong direction. But remember, Uncle Trump said the silent majority. The silent majority is surfacing. And so I do believe, and I said this yesterday, it's like a ship. It's like a big ship, right? If a ship is sailing in one direction, it doesn't immediately stop. It's just impossible. It's impossible. You could flip the engines in reverse or whatever. It's still going to keep coasting a little bit. And I feel like we're at that coasting phase. Like the engines have shifted into reverse, but we're still coasting in the wrong direction. Now, we will eventually come to a complete stop in 2024 when Uncle Trump steps back into office, or when Uncle Trump wins the election. That's when I feel the ship will stop. And then once the inauguration is when that ship will flip back into the right direction, and we'll start sailing once again into the direction of true freedom and prosperity in this nation. I truly believe that. That's not just me talking out the side of my neck. I've shown you guys videos and clips of people who you wouldn't have thought would have supported Uncle Trump, that now openly, not quietly, right? Not quietly, but openly support Uncle Trump, which I think is huge, right? I just talked about the silent majority. There's a lot of people who aren't so silent anymore. A lot of people who aren't so quiet about it anymore. There were a lot of people who were quiet, who were silent because they were afraid of, the animosity that they would get, the backlash that they would receive. But now people are like, I don't even care. Uncle Trump, baby. Trump. I don't know if you guys go watch my recent YouTube short of Uncle Trump entering the UFC arena. Not the last time he entered the UFC arena. This is a new time. He just went to a UFC event just this past weekend. Crowd went ballistic. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see, and I can't wait until he is president again. In 2024, it's going to be a fantastic time for America. Man, what a time to be alive, huh? What a time to be alive. I truly believe there's going to come some years from now, we're all going to look back and say, man, we came pretty close to going down the toilet. We came pretty darn close to getting flushed down the toilet. Woo! Came this close. But we got Uncle Trump back in office, and we got this thing going back in the right direction. I truly believe that, especially if Uncle Trump has RFK Jr. as his vice president. Or Vivek. I like Vivek. Vivek has really been making some strides, some major strides across this nation with a lot of folks. So I like Vivek, but I prefer RFK Jr. I think that would be an unbeatable ticket. I mean, it'd be a landslide, absolute landslide victory for those two gentlemen. But as always, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. And quick question. When's the last time you had a conversation with someone about the political climate of America? Let me know. I'm out.